Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen. Today we have a reading for you about somebody that has taken a moment, reassessed the situation. Maybe they had to deal with something like financial or something with their home, something with regards to healing, but now they're ready. Now they're taking action. And then if you've clicked on this because of the title, hi there, Miss Tiana, you know there's also a little bit of a tie, presumably, to the Jennifer Page song Crush. Maybe it's just a little crush, but that's been going over and over and over again in my head. So I feel like somebody is taking another swing, another attempt in a love situation. It could be an entirely different person, or it could be the same person that they dealt with rejection from before. So we'll see. Let's dig in a little bit more. We'll call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. It's also storming outside, so we might have some more thunderstorm interruptions. We will see. We will see. All right, we got to get some more action from the F it cards from Miss Tiana. Let's see what we get, because this could be a little bit brutal. We might have somebody trying it again, right? Hello, is it Drew? I always worry that I'm going to offend somebody by misremembering those names that aren't in your username. Oh, someone's getting called out here. When you stir the shit pot, what do you expect? I love it. There's just like an actual shit pot. I think we have somebody who doesn't know how to read the room, somebody who doesn't know how to self-monitor. I think we have somebody learning a little bit of a lesson here. But let's dive in a little bit more. We're going to use the Beginner's Tarot. Speaking of stirring the pot, where's my little ham bone? Where'd you go, guy? He's here somewhere. All right, what else do we have? Did I mention I hope you're having a wonderful day? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Happy, is it Friday? It's totally Friday. There's that thunder for you. Sadly, it's not from down under. We have the Five of Wands in the reverse and the Three of Cups in the reverse. Hi there. Is it Lacey? Hi, Lacey. How are you? Hello, Dina. We've got somebody who is feeling like they should have thought before they acted. Honestly, this is kind of giving me vibes of somebody trying to get with a friend's ex, or like hitting on somebody that a friend or ex just stopped hanging out with. Like there's something inadvisable about this, right? Like the try it and see what the fuck happens is kind of like, yeah, I wouldn't have done that. But you know, you do you kind of thing. Death in the reverse, stagnation, sameness, immobile, forced change. And then we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse, and I'm really drawn to careless. Somebody is not considering another person's feelings. They're really just thinking about themselves. And I feel like this death in the reverse is actually like, you don't realize the consequences of your actions. You feel like you can just, you know, stir the shit pot and have some tasty stew for dinner, but that's not how it's going to go down. This is like somebody should have known better. The Sun and the Three of Swords in the reverse. Really drawn to the word satisfaction on the Sun card. So it's almost like the other energy, perhaps the one that's being like hit on or pursued, is kind of like enjoying rejecting somebody. Like, well, kind of like my Brad Pitt commentary, if you've been lucky enough to hear me talk about that, where I say, yeah, no, it's really great if you have the opportunity to sleep with a celebrity and you want to like brag to all your friends that you did that. But like me personally, I would be all about bragging about saying no or turning down somebody like Brad Pitt because I guess I'm an a-hole, or I don't know, I'm selective, whatever you want to call it. I feel like there's somebody here who takes a particular delight in turning someone down because this is somebody who's used to not getting told no. Eight of Cups, Seven of Swords. Yeah. No, like I'm going to walk away from this. I'm not interested in this because I know what to expect. I know you're a trickster. I know you're a liar. This could be somebody who feels like they're a bit of a playboy or, hot girl summer, whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to play the field, have a great time. You look cute in those jeans, so let's do something about it. And somebody in the mix is like, why did you think that's appropriate? Like, I'm your boss, or I just dated your brother, or whatever it is, right? Hello, Rob. Hello, Peggy. How we doing? Hey, wait a few years. He might get them. King of Pentacles in the reverse. I mean, this person wouldn't know how to settle down into a healthy relationship if you provided them with a 300-page manual and 7 different YouTube videos explaining just how to handle that. This is somebody who's very driven by short-term gratification. They expect people to just kind of bow for them or do what they want. So somebody here rejecting this person, good call. Really good call. Like, this is the move, okay? People who spend time, especially naked time, with this King of Pentacles in the reverse, tend to regret it. Like, why did I fall into that temptation? Or why did I say yes to that person? I know who they are. I know that they're not honorable or respectable. Like, whoever you are, King of Pentacles in the reverse, we got your number. We know that you're not considerate or caring or like in tune with your emotions. You're in tune with the motion of the ocean, if you get my drift. Speaking of the motion of the ocean, hello there, Taurus Tackle. How are you? Yeah, exactly. Hot take or not hot take. You could be, medium or meh on looks, but have like a glowing personality and like smash. Ace of Swords, Seven of Pentacles. This is like a swerve. Like, no, thank you. I'm good. I know the truth. I see you for who you are. You're a mistake of a human. Like, that's really rude. And you can totally come at me in the comments, but like, you're the kind of hookup that people regret. Probably because you're also selfish in bed. Just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. Like, I've said it before, and I'm gonna stand by it. If you are selfish in your everyday life, if you don't consider other people, why would you change that up in the bedroom? Why would anyone expect you to be some like great lover when you've already demonstrated an ineptitude to consider other people and their own well-being? You know what I'm saying? Hey, Miss Joanna, how are you? Oh, I'm so glad to hear that, Tori. So I kind of want to high five whoever this is that's doing the rejecting. Like, you're something else. I think that's from Analyze This. Such a good movie. You. All right, we got to get a little bit from the situations deck. I feel like this is gonna help clarify some more for us here. That makes sense to me. Can we be friends? Because whoever you are, you get it. Look, you may have recently cut a few people off or changed your modus operandi. You know that there are certain things that are just not for you. You're not gonna like try to talk yourself into it because everybody else is doing it. Like you have standards, you have rules, you are guided by your own intuition. You don't care what other people think, really. So, high five. What's up, Redbeard? How are you? You will need two hands. I don't know if I'm misunderstanding that, but it made me laugh, so I'm here for it. Look, whoever I'm reading for, the person who's done the rejecting or who is too wise to go down this path or down on anything, you called it right, okay? This is not somebody that you really want to entangle with because they have problems, okay? When we have the legal card coming out, I feel like there could be a hidden marriage, there could be a restraining order, there could be something you don't want to know, right? Something you don't want to deal with, rather. You called this right. Rejection is protection. And this time it looks like you did the rejecting to protect yourself. Because you know this person is careless. This person doesn't think about other people. I don't eat junk food. Exactly. Okay, but we have somebody here who's a little bit butthurt. Wow. Look, whoever it is that you rejected, maybe it's legitimately Brad Pitt. Sup, Brad? We've got like, this is like somebody who hasn't heard the word no before. This is somebody who's very used to everyone being like, is it my turn? He's looking at me. Oh my gosh, she just said my name. Like, normally I wouldn't think she would ever talk to someone like me. Like, there's all these people like fawning over this person, obsessed with them. Like, did you hear who they're going out with this week? Why do you want to be on a rotation? Why do you want to be one of many instead of one of a few? I mean, I don't need to explain this to you because you already get it. You already told this person to pound sand. You're not interested. And now this person is like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with me? What's going, I don't know. Just like does not compute, right? Hello, Argyle. How are you? So love that for you. You're teaching this person that no is a response everyone should be able to handle, right? Like if you've never been told no, get ready because the universe is going to teach you, you know? Child in the reverse. Someone expected you were less mature, less ascended, less. Maybe you're like an undercover intuitive. Maybe you're smarter than everyone, but you don't rub it in their face. You're just kind of like, what meme is that? Or what GIF is that? I think that's like Jack Nicholson, where he's like, and it just like zeroes in on his face. Like, you get it, but you don't need to like broadcast that to everyone, right? Oh, thank you, Rob. Courtship. So we have child in the reverse, message in the reverse, courtship. All right, here's the deal. There's some other person, some third person here that's watching this interaction, and I feel like they're kind of impressed. So let's just story time it real quick. But this is like figment of my imagination. Let's say we have a popular group, somebody who's self-proclaimed king of the hill or queen bee, whatever it is, like used to everybody just doing whatever they ask, doing their bidding. Everyone's in love with you, blah, 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 right? Hi there, Natalie. And somebody who feels like they're your match is watching while somebody else tries to hit on you, while somebody else tries to get with you. There's like you didn't fall for that trap and now you're more attractive to me. There's a better match that only happens if somebody declines a shit match. No, thank you. I don't want to cause that drama. I'm trying not to say too much here, but like it kind of feels like some other people have fallen into the trap of being sexual with multiple people within a friend group to the point where it's kind of expected that that happens. But somebody is like, nah, that's not my game. That's not how I want to approach things. More power to you. High five. Because that's the way to live. And this makes you more appealing to somebody who's actually on your level, somebody who actually gets it, right? Or doesn't get it. There's a good person here witnessing this ascended person not getting into an inadvisable entanglement. Exactly. Somebody with hidden motives, the moon, makes an offer. Another person's like, I think I'll keep my pants on, to Tiana's point. Not interested. It's a no for me. And then this King of Cups over here, don't get too caught up on the gender. This could be anybody, right? But somebody who's a little bit more elevated, but maybe a little bit more reserved, is watching this and thinks, you're different than the others. You don't fall for the same gimmicks. You don't succumb to, social pressure or, hookups that don't actually get you anywhere. And they like this about you. This is interesting because I feel like there's also a moment where the person who assumed they'd be able to get laid here, whoever the queen bee or like, I'm better than you kind of person is, they bitch about this situation to this King of Cups. And the King of Cups is like, actually, I think it's pretty cool that they turned you down. Maybe it's time for you to like not always get what you want. Dum, 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 Yes, exactly. It's gonna be a no for me, dog. So we have somebody here that doesn't get pushed around, doesn't get manipulated, makes their own decisions. And let me tell you, somebody sees this and thinks it's super attractive. Like, you get the right kind of attention by declining the wrong kind of attention. I feel like I should repeat that. You get the right kind of attention by declining the wrong kind of attention. I don't know what the hell I just saw over there, but it was kind of like a ghosty looking thing. Okay. Someone out there needs to hear, where there's smoke, there's fire. So be on the lookout. Be very mindful, very observant. There is somebody here who wants a relationship with you after they see that you are selective. Stop. We have the Eight of Cups again. When you walk away from the person that has ulterior motives, when you reject that person, people talk about it. People are like, oh, Carmen's picky. Like there's somebody here who's like impressed. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Eight of Swords. You may not know it, But there could be something here for some of you about the King of Cups expressing an interest in you before any of this goes down. And then that Brad Pitt, Queen Bee kind of person pursues the love interest of this King of Cups anyways, rather heartlessly. And then that's why it's particularly enjoyable for that King of Cups to see a rejection come through for this person who's really used to being told yes all the time. So I feel like there is a sense here that somebody's disloyalty or selfishness, heartlessness is promptly like punished, right? Now you get this public rejection. This is delicious. Like, try it, see what happens. That person's not going to go for your shit. We have the Sun. We had that in the same position at the very top. 8 of Pentacles. So somebody gets a little bit of humble pie because they're rejected when they assume they would be accepted. Wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. You banged my friend Miranda last summer, remember? Yeah, no, I know about you. You know, like there's like an insight here. I know what I would get with you. I'm not interested in that. So therefore, I'm going to say no, right? Hello there, Storm. How are you doing? Yes, storms are pretty fun. I enjoy them. So when you ascend, you start to see those intentions more clearly. I feel like this is a case of somebody being able to read the situation quite well, right? Good for you. Using that intuition and that discernment so you can avoid the heartache and BS. This is the Dragon Oracle. Someone out there is going to see a dragon tattoo, and that will be a sign for you. We have the Golden Atlantean Dragon. This dragon helps you remember the wisdom of Golden Atlantis. Awaken, bring back your knowledge, your gifts, and your talents. Reclaim your mastery. I feel like that's what's going on for whoever has ascended here. You're not letting people walk all over you. You're not letting people use you. You see through their BS and you refuse it. And then we have the Lilac Fire Dragon. Transmutes through the power of divine love. Open up to transcendent love and enlightenment. Purity of heart brings peace, hope, and joy. You're not settling for that shit love anymore, you know? Like, if it's just gonna be wham bam thank you ma'am, like, I think I'll just listen to Wham instead. Hello there, Paul. How are you doing? So we have somebody who is ascended. We have somebody who is discerning. I'm not into that. That's not my cup of tea. You shouldn't have to worry though, because it's like everybody else's cup of tea. So like, just deal with it, right? But this person can't roll with the punches like that. They're like, everybody wants a piece of me. What are you talking about? No, actually, not everybody wants a piece of you. Sometimes we all need to be rejected. Okay. We all have to have a little bit of humility, right? Hierophant again. You are inspiring other people, whether or not you know it, because you have been making some really good choices. And it's starting to help others see the error of their ways. 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords in the same spot. And the Sun in the reverse. All right, so whoever has done the rejection here or is doing the rejecting, I want you to stay in that frame of mind where you trust your opinion and your intuition over everybody else's word. Got to be careful with that, because there are times where we have to fold in somebody else's insights or knowledge with our own, right? But I think this is one of those times where somebody's going to try to trick you by hiding something. So, for example, you might have a friend or a family member that gives you bad advice. You might have this person who's like Brad Pitt. No offense to Brad Pitt. He's probably like way more well adjusted than I give him credit for. But you might have the person who feels like everyone should want to be with them. They may try to manipulate you or hide some information about themselves, make it seem like they have been also working on themselves. They haven't. Don't fall for it. This Hierophant is coming across to me as believe your intuition, listen to your discernment. You know better than most people, right? Nice, Tiana. Once you start paying attention to your intuition and acting on those messages, it gets more and more strong, okay? Which really irritates these people who like to manipulate and lie to you, but that's okay with me. King of Cups again. Three of Swords. All right, so for some of you, this King of Cups has remained friends with somebody that likes to steal their love interests. There may be a sense of competition between these two. There may be, for some of you, this could be like brothers. We both have a crush on that person. Let's see who they pick, that kind of thing. But this one is really important. I feel like this is somebody that the King of Cups is into, that their brother or friend or sister or whatever, right? Don't get too caught up on that gender. They're like, I bet I could get them before you. I bet I could get their number. I bet I could take them out on a date. I bet I could smash before you. Whatever the competition is, the King of Cups is kind of like, if they want you, I don't want them anyway. Right? If they only want that like BS, if they only want that like hit it and quit it kind of situation, I'm not in it. Right? That's not what I want. But I do feel like there's some sort of tension between these two where somebody has been heartless, somebody has been ruthless, and it comes from insecurity. This person who fucks anything that moves is trying to feel better about themselves in an unhealthy way. Like, where do you get your confidence from? Yeah, you. Is it based on what people say? Is it based on what you've achieved? Is it based on the progress you're making towards your goals? Is it based on how great your hair looks today? It looks great, by the way. Like, I feel like this King of Cups is very different from the Seven of Swords individual because of where their confidence comes from. And I feel like this is in flux. This is moving towards a better situation than what it used to be. But this is what makes it possible for this King of Cups to actually have a healthy relationship. They are not dependent on others to feel good about themselves. And this is a recent development or a relatively recent change in their perspective. Ten of Rings or Ten of Pentacles and the King of Swords in the reverse. That kind of suggests manipulative brother. Ten of Pentacles can be a lot of money, but it can also be like, I don't know. I'm seeing like these rings at the top are like chairs around a table. Like they've eaten together before. They have done a lot of things together. They know each other. But there's a persistent carelessness or heartlessness about one of these. This King of Swords in the reverse. Seven of Swords. So this heartless person or this liar, this could be somebody that has Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra featured prominently in their chart. Otherwise, they're just known for not really caring how other people feel. That's definitely a thing, right? Oh, Lord. And then we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so if you resonate with this King of Cups, please keep in mind that this situation is going to go to a dark place. Some people really don't respond to rejection very well. Some people take it to heart and then they get real, they go into attack mode. Like, I'm going to make you feel like you didn't actually win this by like hitting you below the belt. Like, okay, I got rejected by that person. Go ahead, you can have them, but I'm going to bang your ex. I'm going to do something to hurt you. I'm going to seduce your, yeah, salty is absolutely appropriate. I'm going to do something to hurt you because that rejection hurt me. Even though the King of Cups is just kind of like, I'm just over here like living, you know? Why are you mad about it? Why are you mad, bro? Yep. So we have Devil in the reverse and then Devil in the upright. It's not always easy to decline to get into a scuffle, to decline to go tit for tat, to, hold back from a situation where you want to fight. Like in my mind, what I'm seeing is one person gloating, then being denied or feeling sheepish because they didn't win, and the other person maybe chuckling about it, and then this person like swinging on them, right? Full on fight, throwing hands. Sometimes we need to not giggle at somebody's misfortune. Sometimes we need to not pour gasoline on a fire. Like that shit's already burning. Just walk away, walk away. But it might be a little bit too delicious for this King of Cups to rub it in, right? Did you see that? You lost. I was chosen. But this is something that really matters to somebody. So be cautious. We have the moon again. I do feel like somebody's going to take it too far. Somebody's going to provoke or make the matter even more difficult. And I'm asking this King of Cups in particular to hold back if they can in terms of exacerbating the issue, right? We don't need to poke fun at somebody who's already a little bit unstable. We don't need to, but I know some of you will. Just, don't stir the pot, right? If we know that somebody's a little bit prone to flying off the handle, let's not like make it worse, right? All right, this is the Egyptian tarot. Stars in the reverse, Six of Pentacles. You know how sometimes we're told we're going to have a seat at the table and watch the karma for somebody who did us wrong? Let's just keep in mind that sometimes you are being watched and somebody wants to see, like, how are you going to react to somebody going through that, right? Are you going to be like, oh, goody, I'm going to make some popcorn, really enjoy your downfall? I know being petty is sometimes easy, but I would encourage you to consistently wish healing and better situations on people. because of this, right? The Magician. You can work really hard to be the king of the hill. You can work really hard to claim the top of a snow mountain in a parking lot, a sand hill, and then it can crumble and then you can fall, right? So if you are ascending, if you are becoming a better person, if you are a bigger person and you have the opportunity to turn around and go, I beg of you, think about them before you do that. Think about those actions before you do them, because it's real easy to get up, emperor, empress level, and then fall right back down. We've got to challenge ourselves to be a better version of ourselves every day, as delicious as it might be to say, yeah, I told you that was going to happen. How's it taste? The regret. Let's just remember we've all been there, and being the bigger person can also feel really good, right? The Six of Pentacles tells me somebody is scraping their knee, falling down, having a public whoopsie to even the score. But we don't want you to also lower yourself, right? Did I not just talk about somebody getting to the top of a hill and then falling? Look at that. I described that. All right. Isn't that weird? So this person, this King of Swords in reverse, thinks they are the leader of the pack, right? Thinks that they deserve everything they want, and they're falling. You don't want to fall with them, so just hold on to where you are, right? Don't go down with them. Seven of Cups, Hanged Man. This particular Hanged Man, for probably obvious reasons, always makes me think of sacrifice, right? In order to move forward, we have to acknowledge that some things have to be left behind. You may think the situation is sorted or done, and there might be another chapter. So remain composed. There's a plot twist that will come to you in this story, and I want you to be prepared for it. In other words, you might have to do something that feels uncomfortable, but feels right. Yeah, you're falling off of this hill, and I'm tempted to give you my hand, hold you where you are, but I also don't know if you're supposed to fall. I also don't know if I offer you help, will you pull me down with you? So be discerning, be thoughtful, be willing to consider how you would handle a situation before it hits you. Because there's something here, this is not stable ground, okay? It's like quicksand. You got to be very aware of where you're stepping, because there's shit everywhere. Remember, we were stirring the shit pot. So remain calm, cool, and collected. Think about your moves before you make them. Don't do anything you would regret, right? Yeah, Austin Powers is goodish. Who does number 2 work for? I don't know if that was any good. Three of Swords in the reverse. So you're going to watch somebody's downfall. If you resonate with this King of Cups, or if you are that other person they were trying to get with. And I'm asking, nay, begging for you to retain your high vibration, your high altitude. Don't let this person drag you down, okay? That may be as simple as don't insult a person when they're already crying. It may be more complicated, like don't kick somebody when they're down, right? Like don't aggravate the situation, even though it might be tempting to do so. You're being called upon to be maybe a little bit stoic. $1 million. But yeah, all right. I feel like we need just like a little bit of I almost forgot about these guys. This is the truth is. Feels like somebody here needs a little dose of truth, right? Get in my belly. Is that supposed to be like, I think he's supposed to be Scottish, right? I don't know if I can do a proper Scottish accent. Although I do know that if you want to say the word C-A-N, you have to say K-I-N. Right? Isn't that right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Divine timing with a little bit of a booty. Everything will work when the universe sees fit. So trust in everything happening the way that it should. Better now, healing wounds within the relationship. So I do feel like whoever this person is that's a little bit into themselves, part of this lesson is you being there for them even when they're a dickbag. Use your discernment, okay? Don't bend over backwards for somebody that isn't learning their lesson. But if somebody is actually learning their lesson, don't kick them when they're down. You got to decide which message is more appropriate for your situation. And lastly, the Gypsy Oracle. We might see pleasure seekers because I feel like there's a little bit of an audience here. We have melancholy, somebody learning their lesson, right? Fortune. Misfortune. Didn't I have another one fall? So somebody's challenge here is, can you, in light of being fortunate, be cognizant and compassionate towards somebody who is misfortunate or going through misfortune, right? Sweetheart. We got to find that balance between I told you so and are you okay? It's going to be a little bit different for each of you, right? All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I'm super thankful that we didn't have a thunderstorm end it prematurely. I wish you a lovely weekend. Hopefully, for those of you that are American, you have some delightful 4th of July plans coming up, maybe even a long weekend. Love you all. Be good to each other. Don't kick each other when they're down, right? Or when you're down. And I will see you on the next reading.